Hello everybody, welcome to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. This is Freya, stretchy puppy. This is Freya, she's my fuzzy little co-star. She may make an appearance. She had crazies earlier, so she's sleepy. And we're bringing you today's episode. As always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. I say it every time, but we're just a small family channel. We just love to bring you guys books, authors. Hopefully you guys find something new to read, maybe even in a different genre. Some people really get locked into genres, which I have been lately. And there's some great authors out there, some great books, fun reads. We hope to bring them to you guys, so we'd really appreciate that support. So yeah, hit the like and subscribe buttons, please. And today I want to talk about an author that I know I've talked about in the past, but I haven't talked about this book, this series, and it's actually really good. It's going to be kind of a different review. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for me to go through the various categories I usually go through because this is a series I want to talk about. It's a little bit oddball. So I want to talk about Mercedes Lackey, big author, huge author, and the Secret World Chronicles. I was going to say Invasion, but I knew that wasn't the name of the series. It's the name of the first book. The Secret War Chronicles. Now, I'm going to go slightly out of order here. With the characters, I'm not going to talk about the characters in this book or in this series because there is an absolute butt ton of them. There is a whole bunch of characters and they're all really different, really fascinating, really cool, just different. And that comes from the world. I'm going to talk more about the world and the writing style than I am the characters or the plot. So, the world. This is a fascinating book or a fascinating series because this is actually written based on a video game, which is pretty common, but based on it's a video game that doesn't have a plot. It's based on an MMO. And one of my favorite MMO, for sure, and one of my favorite video games. I'm really sad that the game doesn't exist anymore. Servers all closed shop years ago. And that was City of Heroes. City of Heroes was a fantastic video. It really was. It was an awesome video game. I don't want to diverge too much and go off on the video game tangent, but it was a blast. It was so much fun. I played it a ton. And apparently so did Mercedes Lackey. And a whole bunch of other authors, other big authors, because Lackey has a whole ton of other authors that help out with the Secret World Chronicles. I believe they were actually written in pieces. Each author wrote pieces, chapters, or sections, stuff like that. The City of Heroes MMO, it was exactly what it sounds like. It was one of your typical superhero type video games. You create your characters, and it had these cities and these other worlds or other areas, and all the different powers and all the usual stuff. And your legendary characters and legendary villains and all that kind of stuff. So I guess they were huge fans of the game, so they decided to write a book series within the City of Heroes. I don't know. Maybe they based the characters on their own characters. Quite possibly. Again, it was an incredibly fun video game. I missed that game so much, and it turned into a pretty big series. And the books within the science fiction / fantasy genre, they did really well because these are some huge name authors that were part of it. As far as the plot goes, so it's a city. It's almost like an alternate world because it is modern times ish. Governments are slightly different. The countries are for the most part the same, but slightly different, and governmental relations are slightly different. So it's our world adjacent. Now, the series itself, the overall plot itself, deals with a surprise invasion. Now, you've got all these secret groups, the Thools, and all this kind of stuff. But basically, all these heroes that are just trying to get by in life. One cool thing about this book and the City of Heroes video game is there wasn't like an overarching, all heroes belong to this organization kind of thing. There was government hero groups, private hero groups, other government hero groups, so on and so forth. So they're all over the place. The series, the Secret World Chronicles, it deals with a surprise invasion. Basically, imagine if in the 90s, all of a sudden the world gets invaded by Nazis. The Nazis with big mechanical monstrosities, almost like mechs. Imagine crossing War of the Worlds with a sudden Nazi invasion 50 years after the Nazis for the most part, vanished. I mean, of course, they're still around here and there, but not as a government organization, army and stuff like that. All of a sudden, an army appears. Army appears, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of soldiers with incredible technology, amazing technology. All of a sudden, they're attacking everywhere, and that's for the most part what the Secret World Chronicles deals with. Now, it deals with individuals. You've got one American character that actually joins a Soviet team, a Soviet superhero team that is based within the United States and is working with the heroes as well. And that's pretty interesting. You've got your communists that are actually the good guys on our side. Then you've got the main organization that deals with the supers, although that starts to fracture as well. There's a lot of little side plots to it. It's fascinating. It really is. It's fascinating. And as far as the writing style goes, it's definitely Mercedes Lackey-ish. Again, there's a lot of authors writing a lot of different things, but they managed to blend things very, very well, especially as the series went on. You can tell the first book, they were still kind of figuring things out. So some of the transitions were a little bit, I won't say jarring, but definitely transitioned almost like a cutscene, sort of, instead of a smooth transition. As best I can tell, and I could absolutely be wrong about this, but as they separated out and they wrote their individual pieces, I do think that the author, especially in the first one, probably wrote around about specific characters and what was going on. It's almost like they wrote books in parallel and then just wrote books in parallel and then just kind of cut the chapters up and blended them in, because as it skips to different characters, you kind of get different writing styles. But again, absolutely fantastic. This book, this series, it's a ton of fun. 4 books to the series: The Secret World Chronicles by Mercedes Lackey primarily. So if you search for Mercedes Lackey Secret World Chronicles, you will definitely come across it on whichever website or book site that you are looking on. So yeah, after you guys hit the like and subscribe buttons, if you guys like science fiction, if you guys like superheroes, if you guys like fantasy, or if you're fans of Mercedes Lackey, check it out. Check it out. Absolutely awesome, awesome, awesome series. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye now.